ability sharply increase troop strength in Iraq, Brettel said. Okay, next off, Marxism critique. Social programs are just designed to build a reserve army of labor plus any benefits are rolled back. Modiak 04. A reserve army makes a defensive welfare system if necessary because workers only have one way to reserve under capitalism by setting up their poor labor. A reserve army of necessities become a mechanism for maintaining unemployed for those entering poverty, wages in the state available, ready for work when capital calls. B, capitalism must be expanded exponentially. That means eventually destroys the environment that we cannot reform within the system. Dixon 07. Under capitalist mode of production, which commodity produces generalized, the circuit, U.S. circuit begins and ends with money. The capitalist buys and produces commodities in order to sell, and in which M represents the original outlay divided produced commodities where surplus value of the workers' labor during the destruction. There is no end to the process because capitalists aim to reinvest the surplus, accommodate the capital of previous cycle. And C, this drive to accumulate is the root cause of exploitation, imperialism, war, and eco-doom threatens our extinction. Foster 07. Slumberger once famously praised capitalism for its creative destruction, but this might be better seen as a system of destructive creativity. Capital's endless pursuit of new outlets for class-based accommodation requires its continuation of destruction in both pre-existing and natural conditions and previous social relations. Class exploitation, imperial war, ecological devastation are not mere unrelated accidents, but history and interrelated intrinsic features of capitalist development. D, the alternative, vote negative to reject the capitalist policy prescription of the affirmative. And that's all. Cobble 02. Relentless criticism developed the system, release people into the struggle, and the struggle develops victories. What?
You get a minute.
Okay. Are more incremented by their own teams. The symbolic effect rather than their external result constitute points of rapture and capital. The rapture is not a new set of facts added to our knowledge of the world, but a chance of our relation to the world. Its effects are dramatic, not incremental. Okay. And also, the rise of multipolar world is inevitable with Chinese games attempting to descend unilateralism will produce chaos, violence, and collapse. Bremer 09. China is a peaceful rising power. The last 10 years reference China's sharp responsibility for international leadership become more frequent. Beijing's growing premise in global economic management will lead to competition, perhaps in conflict. Washington already established or greater Chinese assertivities will accelerate. Also extend that he did not read any impact to the United States hegemony collapse. Here is a good thing that will result from the United States hegemony collapse. By supporting it, we will lead to nuclear war.
Okay, are you saying that the states should go out by themselves and fight Al-Qaeda?
And fight off what?
Fight off Al-Qaeda?
The states?
Yeah.
No, we're saying we should have the state the state systems model federalism, so that Iraq knows how to model federalism. They have a model to build federalism off of. They know what federalism is.
Okay.
They have a system that's helping promote federalism to them.
And these states.
Yes.
What are the net benefits to having the states do this instead?
The net benefits to having the states do this is to prevent the collapse of federalism, and also, just to prevent the collapse of federalism.
And what are the impacts of the collapse of federalism?
The collapse of federalism leads to global nuclear war.
Yeah.
Yes. If you
and what is the?
Do you want the cards on that?
Also, could you? I didn't get enough down on your Marxism critique. Could you just spend like 30 seconds on it?
Okay, the Marxism critique, basically, we're saying you're helping, first of all, by implementing social services, you entrench the capitalistic system, which is inherently bad, and also the system must expand exponentially. And by allowing it to expand exponentially, it will lead to the destruction of and the only way to solve for this is to reject your affirmative. Flat out.
Doesn't this also reject your counterplan?
Yeah.
So why did you read the counterplan?
Multiple worlds.
Okay, but this side is still there. That's just the truth.
Well,
right?
either you can concede our capitalism critique and say that okay, but it also affects your counter.
Also, you're second off. You said Space Camp is awesome.
Yes.
Yes. What is the relevance?
Where my counterplan is to subsidize Space Camp.
And what does Space Camp solve for?
Everything ever.
I doubt that's true.
Why do you doubt my source? Astro Girl is very reliable.
Astro Girl 587 2000. Actually, let me just go to youtube.com/user/Little Wayne.
I cut the card. I know it's very accurate.
YouTube.
Yes.
YouTube.
It's very reliable source.
Why isn't there not that much
It's
literature on it then?
YouTube is a very common source of literature, and it's checked by many users. They'll be able to audit the results, make sure that it's accurate.
And call each other fags while they're at it.
If it's accurate, sure.
All right, let me do 8 minutes of prep. And Bill, we're just starting it right now. So get your timer started.
Huh?
Get your prep timer started.
Oh.
And do 8 minutes of prep, okay?
Yeah, I don't have most of the responses, but...
All right, you started it. If you want any help, you can push now.
Okay, so it's Marxism.
Wait, say that again.
Marxism?
Because he's gonna spend like 8 minutes on it.
Space Camp answer.
Because he's five.
One answer to Space Camp, and it said Space Camp sucks.
Yeah, just because the Space Camp sucks, you can say Tom and you can say Space Camp.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound good. What you got?
Doesn't suck, yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
you know what that
Yeah,
means.
fine.
Of course. DSTO.
Okay, all right.
Disco. It's like disco.
Do you have your state's plan answers ready?
It's coming. Should have done that during. This is much more exciting.
How? Being Maverick?
Yeah.
You can use about 1 minute of
Yeah.
1 minute use.
That's one minute.
Do you want to put them together and walk or anything? Or no?
No. It's neither one somehow. I don't know. This is a card. It's looking weird. How did I get back
Do you have your Federalist monuments?
Those monuments?
30 seconds. 1 minute, 30
You
seconds.
could say,
Use.
I got head.
on the Federalism, just say, you could say that hegemony sells in fact.
Generally sucks. Yeah, that's over here. There we go.
Hi, schmandy.
Say that, yeah.
Okay, so let's see the form.
2 minutes. Use. 2 minutes. Use.
So if you want something,
Could I go get a soda?
yeah.
You want me to speech? There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
I'll be back.
Yes, there we go.
Two minutes. 30 seconds. 2 minutes. 30 seconds. Use.
2 minutes and. Okay. Actually, I need to bring up my. Can you hand me that flow over there?
I can, yep.
I don't have a pen. I'm just trying to see which way I should put this.
Can I just get a shot of this?
And it's the other side of that sheet of paper as well.
What has been driving me nuts is having that tree missing.
I'm ready to start.
We gotta wait for the other judge.
Dude,
Okay. Because
dude, here, let's trade places.
What?